We still need you on Grill 2. Page 1. It was 7:43 a.m. when Marcus Boyd realized there's no good way to call your boss from county jail. He sat on the cold metal bench, a blanket that felt like sandpaper wrapped around his shoulders, and stared at the payphone. He had one free call left. He could call his mom or his job at Benny's Burgers. One would be disappointed, the other would be furious. He figured disappointment was softer. He punched in the number for Benny's, the one he knew by heart after 10 years of working there. Benny's Burgers. This is Cheryl. How can I? Hey, Cheryl. It's Marcus. Marcus? You're supposed to open today. Where are you? Yeah, about that. I'm in jail. A pause. The kind that means someone's trying to decide if they heard you right. Jail? She repeated. Yeah. Long story. I'm fine, but I can't come in for the morning shift. He expected the response to be, don't worry about it. Or maybe, good luck, man. Instead, Cheryl sighed, like she'd just been told they ran out of pickles again. Hold on, she said. I'm getting Benny. Page 2. Marcus. Benny's gravelly voice came on the line a moment later. You in jail? Yes, sir. For what? Unpaid parking tickets. That was technically true. It had started as tickets, then a warrant, then a broken taillight, and a cop with a slow morning. Benny sighed. We're short-staffed today. Kyle's out sick, and Tiffany's still mad at me. You think you'll be out by lunch rush? Marcus blinked. I don't know, Benny. I'm in jail. They don't exactly give you an ETA. Benny was quiet a moment. What's your bail? What? I said, what's your bail, son? Marcus looked over at the officer behind the desk. $250. Benny grunted. Stay by the phone. 30 minutes later, a deputy called his name. Boyd? You're free to go. Somebody paid your bail. Marcus blinked. Who? The deputy shrugged. Some guy named Benny. Page 3. By 9:10 a.m., Marcus was standing in the parking lot of Benny's Burgers, still wearing the same jeans and grey hoodie he'd slept in, the paper wristband from county jail cutting into his skin. Benny stood by the back door, arms crossed, cigarette dangling from his mouth. Glad you made it. You're on Grill 2 today. You bailed me out so I could come to work, Marcus said, incredulous. Benny shrugged. You said you couldn't make it. I fixed the problem. Inside, the smell of frying bacon and burnt coffee hit him like nostalgia. Cheryl smirked as he walked past the counter. Never seen anyone get paroled straight to a double shift, she said. Yeah, well, Marcus muttered, tying on his apron. Guess I'm employee of the month now. By noon, the lunch crowd had arrived. Marcus moved like muscle memory, flip, salt, plate, repeat. Every now and then he caught himself laughing at the absurdity. 6 hours ago he was counting ceiling tiles in a holding cell. Now he was counting burger patties. Page 4. Around 3 o'clock, Benny slid a milkshake across the counter to Marcus. On the house, he said. For your troubles. Marcus took it, still wearing his paper wristband. You know, Benny, most bosses would have just covered the shift. Benny nodded. Most employees don't call in from jail and sound that calm. Figured if you could handle that, you could handle a Friday rush. Marcus chuckled, taking a long sip. Guess I did. Benny leaned on the counter, eyes softening. Look, you're a good worker, Marcus. Next time, though, maybe try paying those tickets before you end up costing me bail money. Marcus grinned. Deal. As the dinner crowd began to trickle in, he flipped another burger, the sizzle filling the space between laughter and exhaustion. Jail was behind him. The grill was hot, and somehow, improbably, life had gone on. He looked at the clock, shook his head, and said to no one in particular, only at Benny's.